Welcome to a walkthrough journey of CCWH. I am Reverend Mary Huber, a current pastor of the Community Chapel of Holistic Healing and president of the Community Center for Holistic Healing. This year, in May 2022, we are celebrating the milestones of our 45th anniversary. Our story will be viewed not only through my eyes, but with the input of various people who were or are part of the fellowship we enjoy. Here is a look back. CCWH, as we are most commonly known, was founded in 1977 by Reverend Michelle Luson, a mystic and channel for the multidimensional spiritual consciousness. Michelle and her identical twin sister, Dottie, were born to a Philadelphia mainline physician and an Austrian princess. Her royal ancestry has been verified and acknowledged by a European Royal Society who keeps track of the formal lineage of all royals. Michelle's mystical experiences began as a child when she was attending a Catholic boarding school. Her apparitions both alarmed and angered the nuns, and she was often punished for reporting such events because they didn't believe her. However, she and her sister did manage to lead a normal childhood, and when attending a public high school, were popular twin cheerleaders for their football team. Michelle's active channeling really began after her children were in grade school. She lived most of her life in Virginia Beach, but when her apparition of Swami Sivananda appeared, she moved north to Reston because he had requested her to begin this organization and place it in the Washington, D.C. area. The formal incorporation of the American Metaphysical Society, which is our original name, was accomplished on May 19th, 1977. Michelle was told by her spiritual source that she was one of 10 souls who entered the earth around the same time to spread the ancient teachings and thereby aid in the higher plan to restore humanity to its original spiritual balance. This is the divine plan that has been unfolding since 1958. Now, the original name of our organization was changed after a few years to the Community Center for Holistic Healing. Michelle had completed her mission by the end of the 1980s and has spent the balance of her life helping individuals through spiritual readings to aid them in their own evolvement and achieve their own reason for embodiment. Through her many teachings and workshops, and with the help of others who added their knowledge in specific spiritual and holistic areas, the community grew and prospered. Michelle's legacy lives on through each person she taught and each individual she aided with her advice. She does not claim this as a personal accomplishment, but gives all credit to God who works through her. Michelle went into retirement around 2005. She returned at that time to Virginia Beach and continued her work privately there.
Good morning to my loving friends and constituents, such as Mary, who continued the work that we began together. the purpose of the work, I want to remind you because it is so important. Individually, it's to become closer to our Creator so that we become a channel of inspiration, of healing, of teaching, and most of all, of knowing God and God's will for us, our community, and our world.
I am delighted to carry you along on this journey, seeing our growth through the amazing and unique trips we have taken. We are beginning in the Yucatan. Our purpose to go to the Yucatan was to fulfill an appointment made 12,000 years ago for this exact time in 1981, in November, during the time of the ancient harvest. 6 of the original souls coming from the ancient worlds of both Atlantis and Lemuria, who had settled and seeded the future civilizations of the Americas, were to reunite. 5 of these were remnants of Atlantis, and 1 was from Lemuria. These were the original bridge builders from the very ancient worlds. Along with them were 7 others who had significant embodiments later in the ancient Mayan civilization from the 6,000-year period. Altogether, they would open spiritual pods placed there during their own ancient travels, which would be meaningful in the upcoming new world of the future. These 13 were members of our organization, CCWH. The remaining 13 members who also went on this trip were there for energetic support. By higher design, we were sent to the Yucatan for this adventure and for the fulfillment of the destiny of these 13.
One of the sites we visited was Chichen Itza. I was quietly walking by myself past a structure known as the ossuary in Chichen Itza. I just had a sense of deep quiet and peace. I stopped in front of it and I had a sense of recognition of some kind. And my left arm raised up in a kind of a salutation, and this little prayer came to me. May love and light be with you. May you be free and blessed. May love and light be with you, and may you be at rest.
The primary structure we were to reach was the Temple of the Sun. So here we are, our group approaching to do that big ascent.
We all climbed up those steps, the observatory too, and we sat on that rooftop and saw some UFOs.
Yes, the topic of UFOs, especially at this site of the observatory, has long been documented in their history. The Shell source told us that in those ancient days, the Space Brothers were ever close in the event that these people would lose their root in the physical. Well, you were, Gloria, you were one of the 6 of the first Mayan Atlantean pioneers.
Well, I suppose There's so much I've been a part of.
The trip was so much more important and actually profound than anything we saw or did in the physical. We did meet our spiritual objectives to go to the Temple of the Sun and to visit the observatory, and in doing so, assured that the 13 individuals did indeed open the ancient pods of light energy created there 6,000 years ago by the priest, which are now benefiting our own present time of transition into a new era of human consciousness and understanding. And one final accomplishment was that it created a group of 26 people who were tourists into a spiritual community.